This video is a brief overview of the Midnight MIS client portal. We'll start in the CRM of Midnight. This is where you would be able to come in to your customer that you're looking to set up the client portal for and be able to give them access. Click on the portal tab. That allows you now to be able to assign username and password to your customers and go through the list here to check off the boxes of information that you want to see. They can see as much information as you want them to see out of the options from the client portal, or you can limit them to only certain aspects. You have that control. Let's jump into the client portal. Once your customer logs in, they're going to be able to see up to these 4 categories. You dictate out of these categories what they see based on the previous selection that I had showed you. We'll go into each one of these tabs so you can see the information and what's contained. Within the customer service tab, your customers have the ability to see a summary of their current open orders and a brief snapshot of that information. They also can see a history of closed orders that they've had with you and a summary of that as well. Another piece that's very valuable is you can have your customers see the status of their orders with you. The status bar right here is something that you would determine the nomenclature and the wording for based on how you want your customers to see their information. They can come in and now they can see what status is of their jobs. Estimates, same as orders. They can see a summary of current estimates. They can see closed estimates history with you as well. The events tab is a tool that allows them to be able to see information or things that might be going on that may have caused a delay potentially with the job, but it lets them see some of the difference and the detail as to what might have caused that. Request a quote is very simply a tool that allows people who typically email you today to do the same, but have it categorized and cataloged here within the client portal. Very similar to sending you an email. They'll select who gets the notification. They'll be able to attach a file if they want, and also type a message to you. And once they do that, then they'll be able to start to see a history of that communication and those quotes in a quote log here. Inventory, let's jump into that tab. This allows your customers to be able to see inventory that you have held for them as finished goods. So they can see the information across the top. They can see the quantity. They can even see an image of the item to make sure that it's the correct one that they're trying to communicate with you about or look up the information on. Postage is a tab that's very straightforward. Within Midnight, you can earmark postage for specific orders for a customer. You can create an escrow account for postage for your customers, and then they can see an overall balance that they may have. Pretty straightforward, no more detail here, just allows them to see that summary. The proof tab, within Midnight, you can send proofs to your customers and proof requests. When you do that, they will get an email if you have them set up on the client portal asking them to log into the client portal and respond accordingly. So this allows them now to come in and be able to see the information about a proof request that you have. They can respond accordingly. They can take a look at the image, make sure that it's exactly what they're looking for, and be able to then respond accordingly to that. They can also change their mind or upload something new to return to you as well. And then they can approve with comments, or reject, and you can see the history of that right here. So a great place for them to be able to come in and manage their responses and manage that information and be able to put that onus on them. So that's an overview of the client portal. It just allows you in many cases to be able to go through these categories. And instead of having your customers email you or use phone calls and kind of delay a lot of time, it allows them to have access at their fingertips to be able to get information they're looking for. If you have interest in adding the client portal, just simply go to printreach.com/midnight-account-addition, and it will allow you to be able to come in and select the client portal to be added.